You are walking confidently, standing tall, and enjoying life without worrying about brittle bones or sudden fractures. You bend to pick up your grandchild or reach for something on a shelf with a second thought. For many seniors, this isn't their reality yet, but it absolutely can be. As we age, bone health becomes critical. After the age of 50, our bones start to lose density, becoming weaker and more prone to breaks and fractures. For women, this process speeds up after menopause. For men, it often sneaks in silently over time. Either way, what you eat directly affects how strong your bones remain. We're told repeatedly to drink milk for calcium, and while milk does contain calcium, it's far from the best or only source. In fact, there are at least 7 foods that offer more calcium per serving than milk, and most seniors don't even know about them. That's what we're revealing today. But before we jump into these calcium powerhouses, let's talk about why calcium is so important, and why many seniors aren't getting enough even if they drink milk regularly. Why calcium matters more after 60. Your bones are not static. They are living tissues that are constantly breaking down and rebuilding. Calcium is the essential mineral that helps this process continue properly. But here's the catch. As we get older, our bodies absorb less calcium from the foods we eat. On top of that, hormonal changes and reduced kidney function can further impair calcium balance in the body. Calcium is not just important for bones, it's also vital for muscle contraction, including your heart, nerve function, blood clotting, hormone secretion, maintaining a normal heartbeat. If you don't get enough calcium, your body steals it from your bones, weakening them over time. This leads to osteopenia and osteoporosis, both of which dramatically increase the risk of hip fractures, spine compression, and broken wrists or ankles. And unfortunately, fractures in seniors aren't just painful, they can be life-changing. Studies show that 1 in 3 adults over 50 who suffer a hip fracture becomes permanently disabled, and 1 in 5 may die within a year due to complications. This is why getting the right amount of calcium from food, not just pills, is so crucial. The myth of milk. Why it's not enough. Milk has long been marketed as the ultimate calcium source, and while it does offer about 300 milligrams of calcium per 8-ounce glass, it comes with some downsides. Many seniors are lactose intolerant, which makes digesting milk uncomfortable or impossible. Milk can trigger inflammation in some people, especially those with autoimmune conditions. It often lacks other nutrients necessary for bone absorption, such as magnesium and vitamin K2. Some types of milk, especially low-fat, may lack the fat needed for proper calcium absorption. Plus, drinking several glasses of milk a day isn't always practical or enjoyable. Luckily, there are foods that are more powerful, more nutrient-dense, and much better tolerated, especially for older adults. And we're about to walk through each one. But first, let's answer one common question. How much calcium do seniors really need? According to the National Institutes of Health (NIH), the daily calcium requirements are: women over 50 to 1,200 mg per day, men over 70, 1,200 milligrams per day, men aged 51-70, 1,000 milligrams per day. Most seniors fall short of these numbers, either from low intake, poor absorption, or both. That's why switching to calcium-dense foods is a powerful way to start rebuilding your bones, naturally and safely. Let's begin. 7 surprising foods that contain more calcium than milk. 1. Collard greens. 1 cup cooked equals 360 milligrams calcium. This Southern classic isn't just tasty, it's a bone builder. 1 cup of cooked collard greens offers more calcium than a glass of milk, plus it comes packed with vitamin K, essential for calcium regulation, magnesium, which helps convert calcium into bone tissue fiber, which supports digestion and nutrient absorption. What's even better, unlike spinach, collard greens are low in oxalates, compounds that block calcium absorption. That means more calcium actually makes it into your bloodstream. How to eat it: steam or saute with garlic and olive oil, or toss into soups and stews. For an earthy, nutritious boost. 2. Canned sardines with bones. 3 ounces equals 325 milligrams calciumize sardines. And don't let the idea scare you off. These small fish are a calcium goldmine when eaten with their soft, edible bones. In just 3 ounces, about 1 small can, you get 325 milligrams of calcium, omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation in joints, vitamin D, which helps your body absorb and use calcium. Plus, sardines are affordable, shelf-stable, and rich in protein, making them ideal for eggingmiscles. How to eat it: mix with mustard, lemon juice, and chopped celery for a calcium-rich sandwich spread, or eat straight from the can over crackers. 3. Bok choy, Chinese cabbage. 1 cup cooked equals 315 milligrams calcium. Bok choy is a leafy green that's light, crunchy, and filled with absorbable calcium. In 1 cooked cup, you get more calcium than milk, along with potassium, to help reduce calcium loss through urine, folate, which supports healthy red blood cells, antioxidants, to reduce inflammation and support cell repair. Bok choy is especially great for those who struggle with dairy, as it's easy to digest and naturally low in allergens. How to eat it: stir fry with garlic and sesame oil, or steam lightly and serve with a splash of tamari sauce. Each of these foods not only meets but often exceeds the calcium content of milk, and they're gentler on digestion, safer for long-term use, and often more nutrient-dense. Plus, we'll explore what it takes to actually absorb and use calcium properly, because calcium alone isn't enough. Let's jump back in. 4. Turnip greens. 1 cup cooked equals 320 milligrams calcium. These peppery greens are often overlooked in favor of spinach or kale, but turnip greens offer more bioavailable calcium than both. 1 cup of cooked turnip greens delivers 320 milligrams of calcium, vitamin A for cell repair, vitamin C to support collagen, a key protein in bone structure, manganese, important for bone formation. Turnip greens are low in oxalates, which means calcium absorption is higher compared to manuther greens. How to eat it: saute with a dash of olive oil and apple cider vinegar, or cook with onions and garlic as a hearty side dish. 5. Almonds. 1 ounce, about 22 nuts, equals 75 milligrams calciumins. May not seem like calcium superstars at first glance, but when eaten in proper portions, they can add up quickly, especially when combined with other sources. More importantly, almonds offer magnesium, essential for calcium absorption, healthy fats to improve vitamin D metabolism, protein to support muscle mass. 7. Better. Almonds are great for bone-friendly snacking and may reduce inflammation and blood sugar spikes. How to eat it: add almonds to oatmeal, salads, or blend them into smoothies, or enjoy sweetened almond butter on whole grain toast. 6. White beans. 1 cup cooked equals 240 milligrams calcium, also known as navy beans or cannellini beans. White beans are a calcium-rich legume that also provide protein, essential for building bone tissue, phosphorus, which works alongside calcium to form strong bones, iron, to support red blood cells that deliver oxygen to your bones and muscles. White beans are easy to add to soups, salads, or dips and have the added bonus of being gently in blood sugar. How to eat it: mix into veggie chili, toss into pasta, or mash with olive oil and garlic as a calcium-packed spread. 7. Chia seeds 2 tablespoons equals 180 milligrams calcium. Don't be fooled by their tiny size. Chia seeds are mighty when it comes to calcium and bone health. Just 2 tablespoons contain 180 milligrams of calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, both crucial for bone density. Omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and support bone healing. Plant-based protein, which helps support muscle maintenance. Chia seeds form a gel when soaked in liquid, making them easy to digest and absorb. How to eat it: stir into smoothies, yogurt, or make chia pudding by soaking them overnight in almond milk with berries. Why calcium alone isn't enough? Here's a critical point many overlook. It's not just about how much calcium you consume, it's about how much your body absorbs and uses. Several nutrients work together to make calcium effective. Without them, calcium may pass through your system unused, or worse, end up in your arteries instead of your bones. Let's explore the key players. Nutrients that help calcium work. 1. Vitamin D. You've probably heard this before, and for good reason. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium from food and move it into your bones. Without it, calcium can't do its job. Seniors often lack vitamin D due to less time outdoors, reduced skin efficiency at converting sunlight, chronic conditions that affect absorption. Sources: sunshine 15-30 minutes daily, fatty fish, egg yolks, and vitamin D3 supplements 8002 EU or day for most seniors. 2. Magnesium. Magnesium helps activate vitamin D in the body and supports calcium transport into bones. Without enough magnesium, you may experience cramping or spasms, fatigue, poor bone density. Despite calcium intake sources: almonds, dark chocolate, spinach, avocados, pumpkin seeds, whole grains. 3. Vitamin K2. This lesser-known vitamin plays a huge role in directing calcium to bones instead of arteries. Vitamin K2 activates proteins that help bind calcium into bone tissue and prevent calcification in blood vessels. Sources: fermented foods like natto, sauerkraut, hard cheeses, and egg yolks. 4. Boron. Boron helps regulate calcium and magnesium levels in the body, improves bone mineral density, and supports hormone balance. Sources: dried fruits, especially prunes, avocados, nuts, apples, and pears. A simple bone-boosting meal plan example to help you picture how to include these foods in your diet. Here's a one-day sample meal plan that focuses on calcium-rich choices that go beyond milk. Meal breakfast: packed items: chia pudding with almond milk, topped with berries and sliced almond full of almonds, and a boiled egg, white bean, and bok choy soup with whole grain crackers. Yogurt or plant-based yogurt fortified with calcium and vitamin meal. Calcium-packed items: denurgled salmon with steamed turnip greens and roasted sweet potatoes. With this meal plan, you're not only getting plenty of calcium, but you're also getting magnesium, vitamin D, and vitamin K2, everything your body needs to make strong bones. Signs you might be calcium deficient: if you are not sure whether your calcium levels are optimal, watch for these common symptoms: muscle cramps or spasms, brittle nails, tooth decay or sensitivity, tingling in hands or feet, bone pain, or frequent fractures, weak grip strength. or slow walking speed. A simple blood test can measure calcium levels and help your doctor evaluate your risk of bone loss or osteoporosis. Should I just take a calcium supplement instead? It's a fair question, but the answer isn't as straightforward as you might think. The truth about calcium supplements are widely available, often marketed to older adults as an easy fix for brittle bones. But are they effective or even safe? The problem with relying solely on supplements. While calcium supplements can help fill gaps, studies show they don't always reduce fracture risk, and in some cases, they may even increase health risks when taken incorrectly. Here's why. 1. Poor absorption. Many seniors don't absorb calcium carbonate, the most common form, well, especially without enough stomach acid or vitamin D. 2. Constipation and bloating. High-dose calcium supplements often cause digestive issues, including gas, constipation, and bloating. 3. Kidney stones. Excess calcium that isn't used by the bones may end up in the kidneys, increasing the risk of painful stones. 4. Artery calcification. Without adequate vitamin K2, supplemental calcium can deposit in the arteries, potentially raising the risk of heart disease. A 2016 study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that calcium supplements, but not dietary calcium, were associated with an increased risk of coronary artery calcification. This is why real food sources of calcium are preferred. They're safer, better absorbed, and come with nutrients that help the body use calcium correctly. When supplements make sense. That said, there are situations where calcium supplements are appropriate, especially for seniors who have low dietary intake. Despite efforts cannot tolerate or access calcium-rich foods, are on medications that affect calcium absorption, have been advised by their doctor due to osteoporosis or severe deficiency. If you choose a supplement, look for calcium citrate, easier to absorb, even on an empty stomach. A balanced formula with vitamin D3 and magnesium, a daily dose of 500-600 mg. Split into 2 smaller servings. Always talk to your healthcare provider before starting a supplement routine, and never exceed 1,200 mg of calcium per day from all sources combined. Beyond food and supplements, daily habits that build stronger bones. Bone health is not just about what you eat. Your bones respond to movement, posture, rest, and circulation, so building the right daily habits is just as important as nutrition. Here are the most effective non-dietary strategies to support stronger bones after 60.1. Weight-bearing exercise. Your bones are living tissue, and like your muscles, they become stronger when challenged. The best type of activity for bones is weight-bearing movement, anything that forces your body to work against gravity. Examples include walking, dancing, light jogging if safe for you, climbing stairs, resistance band exercises, Tai Chi. Even 20 minutes a day of walking or stair climbing can stimulate bone cells and reduce loss of density. 2. Balance and flexibility training. Falls are the #1 cause of fractures in older adults. Improving your balance and flexibility reduces your fall risk significantly. Try Tai Chi or gentle yoga, heel-to-toe walking, standing on one leg for 30 seconds at a time, gentle stretching in the morning, and even in gym. Improved balance not only keeps you safer, it also builds confidence and posture. 3. Get enough sleep. Poor sleep can throw off your hormones, immune system, and bone repair cycle. Sleep is when your body releases growth hormone and performs cellular repair, both critical for bone strength. Aim for 7-8 hours of uninterrupted sleep each night. Create a calming bedtime routine, avoid screens late at night, and limit caffeine after noon. 4. Get natural sunlight. As we mentioned earlier, vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption, and the best source is natural sunlight. Try to get 15–30 minutes of direct sun exposure arms, legs, or face at least 3 to 4 times per week. Morning or midday is ideal, depending on your skin type and location. Sunlight not only helps your bones, but can also lift your mood and reduce depression, which is a common issue for seniors. 5. Stay hydrated. Our bones contain water, and your joints rely on fluid for lubrication. Dehydration leads to stiffness, joint pain, and slower nutrient transport. Aim to drink 6 to 8 glasses of water per day. Herbal teas, bone broth, and water-rich fruits and vegetables all count toward your total. A real story. How one senior reversed bone loss without milk. Let's meet Eleanor, a 68-year-old retired librarian from Vermont. 2 years ago, Eleanor was diagnosed with osteopenia, the stage before full-blown osteoporosis. Her doctor told her she had low bone density and should consider medication and calcium supplements. But Eleanor wanted to try a natural approach first. She had struggled with lactose intolerance most of her life and didn't drink milk. So, she asked for 6 months to try lifestyle change instead. Here's what she did. She created a meal plan based on the 7 foods we've covered: sardines, almonds, leafy greens, chia seeds, and beans were all part of her daily diet. She walked every morning for 20–30 minutes and added simple resistance band exercise twice a week. She began spending time in morning sunlight to boost her vitamin D naturally and added a low-dose D3 plus K2 supplement. She stretched every evening and drank plenty of water to stay hydrated. After 6 months, Eleanor returned for a follow-up bone scan, and to her doctor's surprise, her bone density had improved by 6%. No medications, no high-dose supplements, just smart, consistent daily habits. Today, at 70, she says, "I feel stronger, steadier, and more in control. I used to worry about falling. Now, I walk tall and live my life without fear." Her story proves what the science says: you can rebuild your bones naturally if you give your body the right tools. The 7 foods that beat milk in calcium. Here's a quick summary of the 7 best calcium-rich foods that seniors should include regularly to support strong, fracture-resistant bones. Food colored green, serving size 1 cup. Cooked calcium content 360 mg. Sardines with bones 3 ounces 1 small can 325 mbok choy 1 cup. Cooked turnip green salmon schweit bianchia seeds 1 cup. Cooked 1 oz 22 nuts 1 cup. Cooked 2 tablespoons 315 mg 320 mg 75 mg to 40 mg 180 m. Bone benefits: low in oxalates, high in magnesium, and includes vitamin D and omega-3, rich in potassium and antioxidants. Great source of calcium plus vitamin healthy fats, magnesium and protein, iron, phosphorus and iron, omega-3s, magnesium and protein. These foods aren't just calcium dense, they are full of the other nutrients that make calcium effective, like vitamin D, magnesium, and vitamin K2. Your simple bone strengthening checklist. Turn all this information into daily action. Here's a checklist you can print or save. Try to complete most of these habits each day to see results within a few weeks to months. Eat at least 1 calcium-rich food. From the list above, include magnesium-rich foods like nuts, seeds, or leafy greens. Get 15–30 minutes of sunlight or take Vitamin D3. Move your body. Walk, do yoga, or light resistance training. Drink 6-8 glasses of water. Get 7-8 hours of sleep. Avoid sitting for too long without movement. Consistency matters more than perfection. Even if you miss a day, just get back to it tomorrow. Your bones are constantly rebuilding, and every small effort helps. Strong bones equals strong life. Here's what we want you to remember. You're not powerless against bone loss. Milk is not the only or the best source of calcium. Real foods, chosen wisely, can give your body everything it needs to protect and even rebuild your bones. With the right diet and habits, you can reduce your risk of falls, fractures, and long-term disability. It's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80 plus, your bones are always changing, and they will respond to better care. You deserve to feel stable on your feet. You deserve to walk with confidence. And you absolutely deserve to live your life without fear of the next fall. If you found this information helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Please like this video so more people can see it. Subscribe our channel for daily tips on mobility, nutrition, and aging well. Share this with a friend, parent, or grandparent who needs stronger bones right now. And if you're ready to take the next step, be sure to watch our companion video, 5 Common Mistakes That Weaken Senior Bones and How to Avoid Them. Click now and keep building your strength. Until next time, take care of your bones, and they'll take care of you.